Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good day to you. Anywhere you're listening, Yemis here, and this is the weekly outlook for July 28th to August 1st, 2025 in the market. We're focusing straight on the forestfactory.com on the high impact news only for these days of the week. And on Monday, there is no single high impact news in the market. On Tuesday, we have one on US dollar coming up 3 p.m. Nigerian time, which is the JOLTS job opening. Let's get to work with the Wednesday, which we have the most of the high impact news coming up for the week, which focuses on AUD, US dollar, Canadian dollar for the day. And we have these in turns. This is more than 10 outlook for this day, starting with the 2:30 a.m. AUD, ending with the US dollar 7:30 p.m. Nigerian time FOMC press conference. A lot is coming up on this day, and you should trade with caution. On Thursday of the week, we have a lot of tentative JPY outlook coming up, focusing on the BOJ policy rate, which is the Bank of Japan policy rate. We have the monetary policy. We have a lot coming up from that, and we also have 1:30 p.m. news on the Canadian dollar and US dollar, focusing on the core PCE price index and GDP monthly by monthly. On the Friday, which is one of the most exciting days to look out for every single month, the first Friday of the month, we have the high expectation on the non-farm payroll in the market, and CHF is also having a bank holiday on this day, which is all through the day. So US dollar is coming up with the unemployment rate, non-farm payroll coming up on this particular date, and of course unemployment rate is coming up as well at 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time. 3 p.m. Nigerian time, we have another one, which is the ISM manufacturing on US dollar. And let's go straight to the technical part of the business, focusing on the weekly outlook, daily outlook, 4 hours, and sometimes we may check the 1 hour time frame perspective to see what the market is actually doing. So on the weekly time frame perspective, we're going to check something very quickly. Let's look at where the market is right now. And looking at that perspective, of course, we can see that price is actually at a low price range of the low of 2022 February. And when we do that, that means we are on a demand zone that is quite looking at us right here. Just this level. Can you see? This level right here is a demand zone before we had all of this structure breaking and all of these retracements, the range back and forth, liquidity grab, break of the previous low, ranging and rally back into this range. Now, on this particular week, which was 4 weeks ago, the market actually trapped into this level. The moment it tapped into it, it bounced out for the 2 weeks consecutively. It was a bullish ride. Last week we were expecting more continuation of this bullish ride, but the market did not. So we had a bearish momentum for last week on DXY. So ideally, what are we expecting for this week? I'll still be expecting more bullish momentum overall for the week on the DXY. This level right here to be attacked later on in the market, and this is on the weekly time frame perspective. Let's go to the daily and see what we have. On daily perspective, it's quite simple. When you look at the market right here, we see that even if you bring out your trend line and you mark it out, you see that the price has actually rejected a price level like this, and it has broke out from this structure. And right here the market is here. What is it showing? That overall we will be expecting more bullish momentum in the market on DXY. So with the fundamental coming up with the Powell versus President Donald Trump, we still expect more bullish momentum on the DXY going forward. Then on the 4 time frame perspective, let's see what we have. If I have to draw that out, we need to take out this entire drawing on the weekly time frame perspective so that I don't have a very lousy chart right here. Okay, so I want it very clear, and let's start with this outlook. Therefore, I will take out this guy and also take out this guy, or I can leave them anyways regardless. So what we have here is very simple. Look at the structure that we have. This is looking good, right? You can tell that this looks more like head and shoulder pattern formation, expecting more bearish momentum in the future. Yes, of course, I agree with you. But where exactly will the market be coming to? Nobody knows, but we have an idea what the market has done over the time. This is a very good structure for a demand zone, which means we can easily be waiting for the market to come right in here and give us that bullish momentum energy. And like this, just what we're expecting. This is on DXY for our time frame perspective. So which means we might be waiting for more bearish momentum on DXY before we proceed to other currency pair. Now let's check out the currency pairs that this may affect. Looking at Euro USD. Euro US dollar for last week, it was a fantastic one for us because we got an opportunity to buy from there. But let's see what's doing on the weekly time frame perspective here. Where the price is currently, if you trace it back to the future or to the past, you will see that this is at a high price of September 2021, and that is the supply zone in the market. So, with what the market is doing right now, what exactly are we looking at? So far so well. Let me take out this level. So far so well, we can see the price is actually giving a sell momentum for 2 weeks. Then last week was a bullish one, but it didn't take out the previous high level which we had here before it started the momentum. And on weekly time frame perspective, this was the zone that we're expecting the price to move into before we have a buy. But currently, with the outlook of DXY, we should be expecting more bearish momentum on Euro US dollar. For what reason? Going to lower time frame perspective, looking at this, we have the price actually swung down to this level, a retracement back to the supply zone, but it's not taking out the previous high that we have right here. And that being said, what exactly are we looking at for the week? Well, we'll be looking at how the price will actually take out the previous high for this particular day, which was last week, and we see if the market will do this, then it will create more confirmation for me to sell this pair of. Okay, if I'm going to be selling this, where exactly will I be selling to? It's quite easy. I will look at a price level like this in the future where the market has actually done a displacement where it's very visible. So where would that be? I will wait for the price to take out this low level right here, and when this level is taken out, then I can be looking forward to a price level like this for reaction before I will pick up for a buy. Going to the 4 hour time frame perspective, let's see what that means. On the 4 hour time frame perspective, well, looking at this, I will look at the market from this perspective, of course, and I will be expecting this low level to be taken out, which is the first zone in the market, and that is about 60 pips on average to the current market price. If that should happen, then this level right here will be the next level I'll be expecting the price to come into. But to keep it simple for the intraday opportunities, where would that be on the 1 hour time frame perspective? Well, to keep this very simple, I will look at this from the. It's very simple. Looking at the chart right here, just enlarge it a little bit more and look at what the price is saying. Look at this. So if we're going to be having a sell momentum from here, wait for the price to actually break out this previous high level and let the price close below it, then we have more bearish momentum. Where will the price actually be coming? If I'm trading this on 1 hour time frame perspective, I'll be expecting the price to come to this price level right here, which is about 100 pips on average. Okay, this is about 80 pips on average to the current market price. But to keep that simple, I can minimize the risk right here. But to just keep it simple, you can use the entire range, which is a supply, which is a demand zone, and also I can use it this way. So if I'm going to be looking for this sell, well, I'll be selling to the price get into this range, which is an average of 100, average of 75 pips or 80 pips or thereabout. So regardless, if you can make 50 pips away from here, it is a very good point. But if you wait for the price to actually break above this high and close below it, then that means you'll be taking the market from a higher price range, which will give you about 100 pips on average, which is on 1 hour time frame perspective, which is also very okay. Now checking out what we have on GBP US dollar for the week. On the weekly time frame perspective, we expected the price to actually move in a perspective like this. At this price level, we expect the market to actually come here at once for us to grab the liquidity for a buy. So far so well. For the past 3 4 weeks, the market has moved significantly in the bearish direction, which has done about how many pips in total? Over 400 pips in total, but it did not get here. Now there is a fair value gap zone we have between this price level and this price level, and market has successfully tapped into that over the weeks. And from what we've seen so far so well, the market is still within that price level. Last week was a very huge rejection, which was a completion for the fair value gap at the top price level for a premium movement. So which means the bears are in charge of the movement right now. So what do we have to say with this on the lower time frame perspective? What opportunities are we looking at in the market? So right here, what we have is very simple. We can look at the perspective from the daily time frame, how this can benefit us as traders. Well, one, we're going to look at how the market will take out this previous low level before it goes to a lower price level. So if you're going to do anything here, I will be looking forward for a sell right here. I'll be looking forward for more sell momentum on Great Britain pounds US dollar right here. So just like that. So pardon my voice. Okay, so just waiting for the price to do something, a little bit of retracement, like 50% of this candlestick, take it back, then take out the previous low level we have here, then more sell momentum on the daily time frame perspective for Great Britain pounds US dollar. And let's go to the 4 hour time frame perspective and see what that really means. Okay, on the 4 hour time frame, therefore, we have a very beautiful swing down to this price level. And do you know that above this price range we have bearish momentum or bearish liquidity residing above them? So we have multiple places, but I will be looking forward to see somewhere like this in the market, whereby we can see more bullish momentum into this price level before we have that sell energy. And this to the current market price will be around how many pips in total? 45 to 50 pips in total. And this is a very good one. Or peradventure, we can have it at this price level. We can't be too sure. Wait for the price to play out, then we can know where exactly we are dealing with. So this is another level here. Of course, we can have it move into this range before it starts dropping off. But for me, I will first target the first point of interest for me, which is right here, because this is a bearish fair value gap zone in the market, and this is a very good point to also anticipate the price to move into in the future. So for me, this is it for me. And for a time frame perspective, I can actually still wait for the price to get to a price level like this before I look forward to a buy. One, the market has actually done significant rejection from this price level, so I can wait for the price to get here. That is one. And two, I can wait for the price actually to give me a very good reaction from this price level here. So of course I may look at this level and wait for the price to induce it and come into this range, and from this price level, therefore, I can be waiting for more bullish momentum, which is a buy for me. So that means I can be taking a buy opportunity from here if the price comes there in the future. So far so well. This is the two-dimensional buyers I have right here. One, to sell into this level. Two, to buy into this level, then to sell into this level, and from there I can pick up a buy in the future. So this is that on the 4 hour time frame perspective. Can we check the 1 hour time frame? How would that look like? But I think there's no time for that anyways. So let's check what we have on AUD dollar, starting from the weekly time frame as well. On the weekly time frame perspective on AUD my analysis on this remains the same. I expect more bullish momentum overall till the price gets here, and currently the price is around how many pips to the price level? Over 380 pips to the price level. On the daily time frame perspective, this is much of a range, but for last week we have fantastic bullish momentum from Monday to Wednesday, which break the previous high structure we analyzed over the weekend. Then last 2 days of the trading week for last week, Thursday and Friday happened to be a bearish momentum, which was understandable. This price level to this price level, before that level was broken, created a very good fair value gap zone, which the market has filled in completely. So what can I be expecting going further for the week on AUD dollar? It won't be funny if I see AUD doing something like this. Let me remove this guy. Let me remove this guy. If I see AUD creating a structure like this, right, because this is a very good point too, we can expect market to buy into, okay, to sell into rather, we can expect the price to sell into this price range right here. If the price manages to sell into this price range, then we can wait for more bullish momentum from here going forward to break the previous high level. So that means, to make it simple, just to create that little balance in the market, I can be expecting this to happen on AUD dollar daily time frame perspective. So to keep that very simple, let me bring back what I deleted from the charts. This is exactly what I deleted. So going forward, let's go to the 4 hour time frame perspective. On the 4 time frame perspective, I'm going to remove this. Probably I'm going to remove this as well. I'm going to remove this. I'm going to remove this. So far so well. This is a very good spot we can expect the market to come to as well in the future. If this market will actually going for a sell, if US dollar becomes stronger and it moves better in the future, well, I can be looking for a buy momentum on AUD dollar right here. Meaning I can wait to see the price selling to this price level right here. I can reduce my risk a little, but then this is the price level ideally that I will be looking forward to buy from in the future on AUD dollar. right? So something like this. From there to the current market price, we'll be having about how many pips in total? The market we have to do about 179 pips on average till the price gets there, and from there I can be looking forward to a buy. So this is on AUDUSD. If I'm taking this out completely, you understand where I got it from. This is from the higher time frame perspective. This arrow is from the higher time frame perspective. So far so well. This is still a bullish momentum overall, but I'll expect more bearish momentum from this guy before I can take a buy. So it's a two-dimensional way, and let's see how the market play out. Okay, on the USD card, yes, USD card. Let me just go straight to what I have on the USD card. On the weekly time frame, let's check out weekly time frame. Oh, I use this chart for training, I guess. Okay, let me just take out all of these guys. Let me just take them out one after the other. It's taking my time anyways, but I think I can. Okay, so I sorry. I want to take out all of these guys. Okay, now here it is. We have an opportunity to see that the market has created a very good structure for us on the weekly time frame perspective, and where the market is ideally is at a demand zone that has been created for over 4 5 weeks now, and the market has tapped into that range and it's been ranging within that range ever since then. And this is USD card, and this is this is a very good this is a very good currency pair that gave us a lot of money for last week, because right here we caught this trade from the beginning of this move for last week to this price level, which was over 100 pips, and we caught it again for a buy from this price level to this price level, which was over 100 pips as well. So going back, I can take that away now to make my chart easier, right? And I can delete this one as well, so I can have a very clear chart on what I have. So weekly time frame perspective is very simple. What we have here is a buy momentum, but it's been ranging for a long time. It's really been ranging. So if US dollar we go bullish, then we can expect more bullish momentum on this guy. As you can see, the last week we had was a rejection within that ranging zone right here. Okay, and going forward to a lower time frame perspective, I go to daily time frame now. On the daily, this looks good that we can be expecting a little bit of bullish momentum, but then it will actually still sell because of what the price is saying right here. If you shrink the chart, you will see what the market is actually saying. It's been selling, retracing, and ranging. And currently, what can we still be expecting? More of a bearish momentum. But before then, let's see what the price will likely do for intraday opportunities. Let's see the 4 time frame, probably the 1 hour as well, and let's see what we can do with that. On 4 time frame perspective, I think I will take out this guy. It's looking too much on me. Okay, on our perspective, this is a very good spot we can look at in the market, where the market can actually give us a buy opportunity in the future. But let's transpose that to 1 hour time frame. Let's just do that on 1 hour time frame and see how that looks. Very simple. Okay, pardon my voice. So right here we have this coming up, right? Something like this very good spots we can target the market to come back into if it's going to sell. And why are we targeting this level? We had that reaction before that level broke the previous structure, which was a significant high price level in this model, right? So with this outlook, therefore, for the 1 hour time frame perspective, you can still expect a little bit of sell into this market. When the market sell into this range, then you can take a very good opportunity to take a buy for the day right there, something like this on the 1 hour time frame perspective. So on the 4 hour time frame we can have more, but before then we can have the price actually coming to a lower time frame. Let me see 1 hour time. This is 1 hour time frame on, sorry, where am I? USD cards. This is USD card. Okay, so what I'll be expecting is to see price coming to a lower time frame perspective on the 4 hour time frame. But to keep it simple, let's just stay on the 1 hour time frame to catch the opportunity in the future. So where would it be? I'll be targeting this price level because it's also a very good demand zone in the market. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm tracing it out so that we can all see it. So where is the buy? I'm just picking up a buy tool right here because I want to see a buy momentum again on USD card. USD card, this is the third week or fourth week consecutively that it has been delivering fantastic well for us on the group, and so far so well. I still want to deal with this guy for now. I want to say if the price can actually do over 100 pips into this range, that would be fantastic. So rather I wait for this buy. If the market will create that opportunity and give that opportunity. I rather wait for this to play out and I take a buy from here. So if you're an intraday opportunity trader, then from here you can have your own. But if you want to trade this for a while, you want to make like 100 pips and above, you can wait for the price to actually sell into this range, which is over 100 pips as well. Sell into this range, and we can buy from this range to the previous high level, and let's see how that goes in the market. If anything changes over the week, I'm going to talk about it and I'm going to share my thought. Of course, fundamental can come and affect all of this movement and the rest of that. It's very possible, but we don't care about all of those because it's part of the business. All right, so this should be my outlook again on this particular one right here on USD CAD. Now let's go straight to the next guy, which is the USDJPY. I've used this chart a lot, so I think I just have to remove a lot of things right there. On the weekly time frame perspective, weekly time frame. Um, what I have here is very simple. Is we creating higher highs and higher lows, but more of ranging to the top side. Okay, so what I will do right here is clear. I'm going to go to a lower time frame perspective and see exactly what the market is showing. So what is it showing? Right there on the daily time frame perspective, you will see that above the current market price, we have a higher price level where the market has delivered some times ago to break the previous low structure right there. So if you want to really check this out on the bigger time frame or on the advanced level, so to say, we can't wait for the price to actually create something like this. This is something right here. We can wait for the price to actually do something like this to create a high into the supply level, then to break that structure. This is on daily time frame perspective, so this is very possible for us to see. Then we can go to a lower time frame perspective to really see where this can actually sell to, if at all we're going to pick up a buy momentum from there in the future. And don't forget, before then we have a structure right here, which is the bullish fair value gap zone for the future, and we can always leverage on this fact. But this has been tapped into, that is why I'm trying to ignore it. This has been tapped into before now, just a little. It has been tapped into just a little before now, so that's why I'm trying to ignore it. But let's go to 1 hour time frame. Let's find an intraday opportunity in the market and let's see what we can have from there. Okay, now looking at the structure that we have here, if at all we're going to see any structure being broken, the last one was right here, and this was the last structure that was broken before the market starts creating all of this momentum, right? So if we're going to look at the market from that perspective, we have two sessions or we have two zones where we can expect the price to actually react from, right? If you're going to sell, we can sell into this price range like this, from this price level to this price level, which gives you about 75 pips on average. If you sell into this range, you can look for a short-term buy opportunity. If you are a day trader and you're looking for just about 30 to 50 pips, you can do that. But of course, if you want to make something more in the market, you can wait for the price to actually create that balance into this price range right here. This may take weeks, it may take days, but fantastic thing about this is I'll be waiting for the price to actually still come in here, because it will give a buy momentum when it does, and I'll be looking forward to take it with my risk management, of course. All right, so I'll be waiting for the price to actually still do this. If you are trading to make 30 pips or 50 pips daily, this is very good. If you want to make more, if you wait for the price to come into this price level here, this is about 200 pips in the future, and I believe this is be a fantastic one for you too. All right, and let's see USDCHF. I'm not touching this guy. I'm not really touching it. SZUSD, this delivered for us last week as well. In fact, as a matter of fact, this gave us an opportunity to trade from this price level to this price level, and that was about 100 pips on average. This is 103, right? And it's fantastic one. But I'm not looking at it this week. GBPUSD JPY, I'm not looking at you too. This is GBPCAD, and GBPCAD, yes, actually, nothing really much about this guy, but I just want to make one comment on it. Right here is an opportunity for a buy, because this is actually a bullish momentum area on higher time frame. I think this should be on daily time frame. Let me check it again. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I'm just going to skip it. Okay, great. So look at this here. This is the daily time frame fair value gap zone, which has not been mitigated for once. And currently, what the market is doing now has been falling. And I'm waiting after this whole range for 5 6 days. I'm waiting for the price to just sell into this level. And from the current market price to there, it will give you around 142 pips. If the market could just sell into this price level, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be taking a buy from here. So if I'm taking a buy from here in the future, I can think of sell from here. But that is by the way. All right, that is by the way. I'll even check it again. So from here, I'll be taking a buy, of course. Okay, from this one at particular, I've forgotten about this zone because it's been really messing up with emotions, right? So I've forgotten about this zone, but let me wait. I want to see why I picked that level. Okay, I picked this level for a sell in the future. Yes, I did. I picked this level for a sell in the future. Then before then, I want to see a buy. So let me give these two. So many forecasts on this guy. Why? So let's see how that works. Let's see how that play out. There's no harm in waiting, and there's no harm in seeing confirmation before we take our shots, right? So basically, we wait for the price to actually do something like this to give this buy momentum into this price range. I think this price range here, yes, into this price range, and from there I can wait for a sell momentum as well into the other price level, so which is really good, right? So for me, this is what I'm having here. We delete this to make it easier. I'll delete that guy. So for me, I can wait for this price to actually do this on 4 time frame, do about 160 something pips into this range for a buy, and what I'm risking right here should not be more than 20 pips. I will check that again on 1 hour time frame perspective, and if I'm able to see well, it will be a very good one for me, because this level I want to see the price taking it out and coming into this range of a fair value gap zone where we have a bullish opportunity. And if that happens, selling from this price level will be the next target for me. And each of these, if they play out, trust me, you will make some fantastic money from here, because this will give you about 493 pips on average, and this will also give you some good 460 something pips on average, and that can give us a lot of money in the next couple of months to come or weeks to come. Okay, it depends on what the market is showing. And the last one I'll talk about is the gold, right? Currently, wow, 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 wow. I've messed up this chart a lot, so let me wipe it off. Okay, I have a lot of things going on right here. Last week, this guy gave us about 960 pips or 940 pips from this perspective alone, and it was a fantastic time to share it. So we start that also. We start this from the lower time frame perspective, higher time frame perspective rather, and let's see the weekly time frame. So what does the weekly time frame looks like? Going to take out this guy. I'll take out almost everything I've drawn here because it has done what I needed him for. So right here, what do we have exactly on the weekly time thing? So this is just showing more of bullish energy, but ranging for a long time now. But in all of the ranging, one thing that we cannot deny the fact is it's actually ranging in an higher momentum. Can you say creating higher lows and almost higher highs every time? But for sometimes now, it's been creating that annoying ranging in the market. But so far, so well. What you can see from here, it has created a high, and currently it created a high. And last week, it was a bearish momentum candle forming and closing with almost a shooting star candlestick right there. But that is not all about gold right now, because at the end of the day, gold is still very much of a bullish momentum, but not now. Now let's see what the market is actually saying. For the past 3 days of the trading, last trading week, we have bearish momentum, and also it created an opportunity for a buy energy. But I'm not looking for this fair value gap zone right here, because this momentum was too much, was really, really much, right? So I'll be waiting to see how this has played out with the trend line perspective on a lower time frame, because when you look at this, you will still see that the price is creating higher lows in the market. And so far so well, this is just one, right? And this is not this is not huge enough to see how the price we tank. But then let's see the lower time frame perspective to know exactly what we can do in this market going forward. On the 4 time frame perspective, this is a structure head and shoulder pattern, if you can call it that, it's fine. But one thing you should check out here, before we had this previous high taken out, before we have all this levels taken out, we have a solid bullish momentum right here, which was a candlestick formation, right? And that was from the part that we seen the rejection from this price level, which was a support zone, if we have to say that. But then this is a bullish engulfing candlestick formation pattern, followed with a range and movement, and then create a high above the previous high level. So all of the structure was taken out, right? If you look at the price perspective, all of the structure were taken out in the market. And with this outlook, therefore, it means this level we have it why the price created all of this high and now coming back into this range. And don't forget, we bought this market last week and it did about 960 pips or 50 pips in our favor. And that same week, it wiped everything. It collected everything from those that we stay on that chart. So that's why it's good to always have your trading stop. But just saying, everything the market gave last week, it collected back everything the same week. But currently, what we have here is very simple. We've seen that this is a current price market, and it's ending at 3,337, and we can check this price level right here. More, this is another block right here, a bullish order block at that, creating a high to break this previous structure, creating high and movement back and forth, lower lows, lower highs back into this range. So all I can be waiting for is to see the price right here, and before that the market has already tapped into it, and I can wait for more bullish momentum from there. So this is my outlook on gold on 4 hour time frame perspective. Going to the 1 hour time frame, what else can I be waiting for on gold is for me to minimize my risk right there, whereby I can wait for the price to come in here. At least if it has to do this, I can wait for the price to come in here on 1 hour time frame perspective. This will minimize my risk, and it will help me to take a better entry peradventure if price have to dip further. But all of this has to do with the fundamental and the reaction we have on the DXY. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the thing I have, and this is my thought on this currency pairs for the week. Through proper risk management, I hope you make more profit. Protect your capital, which is most important than the accumulation. It's going to be a fantastic week ahead of you, and in the course of the week I'm going to update all of these currency pairs as the market moves dynamically. Have a wonderful week ahead of you, and God bless you. Bye for now.